Yeah, it's all for the money about come my way. Go. Obi Antone Coalition. Obi Antone Coalition. Yapi Obi Antone Coalition. What else? Body.
Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Notes from My Journal with Faye. So, as you can hear from the intro song, we're talking about Ghana. You know, how can this year end without having the conversation about my Ghana trip? Like, what? What? How is that even supposed to happen? Like, no. It's going to be a crime in the constitution of this podcast to not have that conversation. So let's go. Yeah, welcome all. If your first time you're listening to Notes from My Journal with Faye, welcome. And to my OGs, welcome back. I know this is not a YouTube channel, but I just feel like that intro was needed. Right. So I was in Ghana in the beginning of the year, February 2022, to celebrate a major milestone, an anniversary to be precise. I had a 5 years ago. I had like a near death experience that had to be hospitalized for a couple of weeks, and since then I've been marking my anniversary every year, but I've not really done like a proper celebration for it. I just mark it in my mind. I'm like, oh, it's a year already, and it goes. And then it was becoming 4 years. When it became 4 years, I'm like, wait, I did like a whole journal about the experience, and I told myself when I get to the 5 year mark, I was gonna celebrate it, and I did. So I hit up my girl up. I have a friend. ID. She's Lagos based. She works and live in Lagos Island. So we had this conversation one day. I'm like, you know what? I'm thinking of coming on holidays to Ghana. What do you think? What is it? Something you'll be interested in? And she was like, oh, she travels as well. She's a traveler. She travels. She's been to Cape Verde. She's been to so many places. I think Marrakesh and the likes of that. And she was like, "Oh, she hasn't actually been to Ghana, and this is gonna be like a great opportunity to visit, to tour." And that's how the planning began. I did my itinerary, she did ours. We bantered back and forth. The hotels I was seeing wasn't vibing with the one she was seeing. Apparently, her sister had visited Ghana twice, so she had like a good. She could give us a good review about some nice places. Long story short, my friend booked the hotel. Nice. I think it was 4 to 5 star hotel. I think it was 5 star, let's be honest. Because it was the view was to the sea, like the beach. Like you would open your windows and you'd see the sea. Like it was beautiful. Plus the in hotel pool. Like what? Anyway, this was my I think what triggered that I was already having the plan, yeah, in my head, when you just have like an idea of something but you've not really mapped it out properly. And then I saw excuse me. And then I saw a good deal to travel to Ghana from Frankfurt for I think 200 euros one way. One way, just one way trip. And I was gonna lay over in Portugal. Like what? I was gonna lay over in Portugal, like like the Portugal, my Portugal. Like say no more. So at first, they even Portugal Airlines and TAP Portugal suggested you could have this option of doing a layover of a night or 2 nights. Like so, my plan was like, oh, I've always told my friend earlier that I would love to come to Portugal again. So I was like, maybe this is the opportunity for me to go, spend the night in Lisbon, then probably take a train to Abu Vera. I've always wanted to go to Abu Vera, and then take a train back, and then continue my trips to Ghana. But long story short, that didn't happen. I was like, no, it's gonna be too stressful. I'm going with two luggages, 23 luggages, because I was gonna go to Nigeria as well. And I was shopping, at stuff for like a month. It was gonna be daunting to spend 2 days or a night layover and still travel with luggages in within Portugal. So I was like, you know what, Portugal has my art. I'm gonna come there sometime. I'm just gonna maybe just gonna go to Abuera directly for a trip, a single trip, some other time. So that's how our planning began. My friend booked the hotel. We're gonna pay cash when we arrive, so it was perfect. Turns out the company she works with also has a Ghana branch. So she told the Ghana branch that she was coming. Wow, the ambience, their welcoming was amazing. Okay, so then let me go back and start. So I started my trip from here, Prague, my former apartment. My sister and I, we took a bus to Frankfurt. The drama. Hey, okay, let me tell you. So I was supposed to wake up 3:30 a.m. Our bus was supposed to leave 4 something, 4:30 ish. I slept at 1:30, so I practically had 2 hours to sleep or less. I didn't get the alarm ring. My sister woke me up at past 3:30 ish. See how me jumping up and down. Oh my god, we're gonna be late. We need to book an Uber. Yeah, yada yada yada. The bus is gonna leave from Zlichin metro station, and that's how the journey began. Anyway, we booked the Uber, carried all my boxes in. We got to Zlichin. My sister was like, sis, where's your laptop bag? I was like, oh my god, my laptop bag. The laptop bag contained a footwear my mom requested me to get for her. I was not going to go to Africa without that box. So, um, after getting to the Zlichen metro, the bus had arrived. So we told the bus driver, we're like, he doesn't speak English, doesn't speak Czech. I think he's Polish, because they travel trans country, right? And the one that was coming here was not from that was in the metro station, wasn't the driver was not from here. I told him I'm going to Africa and I forgot my box. I can't go without it. Please, please, please. I kid you not. 4 a.m. The boss was waiting for me to take an Uber back home and then come back. He told me he gave me 15 minutes. And if they don't see me in 15 minutes, they would leave. Hey, God, I have suffered. Anyway, long story short, I got the box and then we continued our journey to Frankfurt. We spent a night my sister and I spent a night on an Airbnb. Very wonderful host. It was his first time hosting on the displaying his apartment for an Airbnb. So it was perfect. And that's how sorry, I just got a notification from my sister. We're supposed to have dinner this evening. So yeah. That's how that went. I got to Frankfurt. We spent the night, had lovely dinner, and then the next morning I headed to Portugal, Lisbon. Got to Lisbon, everything was fine, and then the airport shuttle drove us to the plane. And as we got there, they made an announcement and said, "We're sorry, we apologize. There's been a technical problem, and we would need to drive you back to the airport to wait." I was like, what? Please, please, I beg. This long awaited trip is not going to start like this. Please, don't kill my vibe. Anyway, there was no vibe killing. Long story short, one or two things happened at the airport. There's no need to give that so any energy, because yeah, it does not it's not worth my time to have that conversation. But people will be people, and people wanna, cross boundaries. But your girl, like, I'm like, nothing is spoiling my holiday energy. After like 2 hours, we boarded. I was talking to my friend. She had already landed in Ghana in the afternoon. I was supposed to land in the evening, right? She already spoke to the hotel that I was coming in. They already arranged an airport shuttle to pick me up at the airport. I was like, so cool, like so easy, like fam, like this is an holiday, like this is it, this is it. So I got to I got to the Ghana airport, paid 100 US dollars for I think for then it was the COVID period for the COVID test and everything. Got the stamp and everything, and then got into. They were so nice. Hey, can never be. Don't let me mention it can never be one country, sha. It can never be. They were so nice, like so professional and so nice at the airport. Like, oh my god. I'm like, whoa, this is cool. This is like the first impression. So I got to the immigration, and then the immigration officer was like, why are you here? What are you? I said, I'm on holiday. Where are you coming from? I told him, I was transit. I came from Germany, but I live in Prague. He was like, how long are you staying for? I said 4 days. He was like, 4 days? Why would you spend 4 days in Ghana? Don't you like us here? I'm like, I would always come back. I've always wanted to come. He was like, no, 4 days is too short. I'm going to give you 2 months. So in case you change your mind. I was like, what? Why would you give me 2 months? He was like, yeah, I know maybe you want to stay extra. You can stay. I'm going to give you 2 months. Come back, okay? Enjoy your time and come back. I was like, yeah, definitely I would come back. So the airport shuttle was already waiting for me. I connected to the Wi-Fi of the airport, and then I was having a conversation with my friend. She was already settled in the room and everything. So airport shuttle picked me up. There was a little bit of traffic. We had a banter back and forth, and the vibe began. So my friend's Ghana branch had already, been very hospitable to my friend. They already took her out for lunch. So by the time I arrived, she was like, "Oh, we're going for dinner." So guess what? And his t- um the branch manager and one other um management team lead, we drove to there are two cars. We went to this spot called 234. It's like a live band. I loved it. Like, it was so beautiful. Like, there was so many like African songs from Bob Marley, from Asha. When I heard Asha, I was singing Asha back to the live band, like back to back. It was fun. At some point, I knew they were gonna come. When the live band steps to the audience and start calling people, I was like, please don't call me, please don't call me, please don't call me. I don't want to stand up. It was much fun. They read the energy, so they didn't call me, but we were dancing from afar. They were dancing, I was dancing from afar, and they called some other people, and everything was fun. I had like fried potatoes. I had not had that in a long time. And then, yeah, we took my food came really late, so we just packed it as takeaway, and then we headed up to sleep. The morning, I'm an early person. I'm an early morning person. If yeah, I don't do things that require me to sleep late, or wake up late. Yeah, I woke up to the view. Oh my god, the view. I still have a picture screen. I hope that's correct in English. I still have a picture image of the view of the sun rising from my balcony at the hotel. Whew. Oh my god. And then the sea, the reflection of the sun on the sea, and then the waves as it ripples to the shore. Take me back, take me back, take me back. It was beautiful. So that was why I traveled. I think I'm rambling. I'm enjoying speaking about this, but I'm speaking about the experience. It was for the anniversary, like I said, and yeah, the food. So I had a go. I cannot afford to come to Ghana and not eat. They call it KK, but I know it as Donkuno because I used to eat it when I was in Nigeria. Yeah, I used to eat Donkuno when I was in Nigeria. I grew up in my teenage years when I lived with my grandparents. My aunties used to buy Donkuno and wache. So I used to eat wache, yeah, because I couldn't connect with Donkuno. It took me 6 years to start eating Donkuno. That's KK. So by the time I loved KK, I'm like, I can't afford to come to Ghana and not eat KK. It's not possible. Like, that's a waste of what's it called, holiday. You get what I mean? So So I've always been on wache. I've been saying I want to eat wache. I want to eat wache, and they were like, the driver, my friend's company assigned to us for the holiday for the trip, said, we had so many things on our itinerary, so we didn't have enough time to go to the right place where they sold wache. Turns out the second morning, the hotel we were at served wache for breakfast. I was like, hey Lord, oh my days, what kind of lovely coincidence is this? This is too beautiful to be true. I don't remember the hotel name, but I wish I did. It's something like the bowl or something. Yeah, it was nice. Food was nice, and then ID's company Ghana branch, the colleagues took us out to have dinner at that's like, I'm talking about the second or the third day by now. We had I was saying I wanted light soup, light soup, light soup. So we had light soup and there was this big tilapia fish in it. Oh my days, it was beautiful. It was tasty. I was tasty. I couldn't finish it, so I brought some home. On our way, you know what? I'm not speaking about this in a chronological order. I'm just speaking out of how the memories come back to me. So yeah, I think another day. I think yeah, one of the days on my way home, I was saying to the driver, like, I really want to eat donkuno. It was like, what's donkuno? It was like, oh, keke. Like, yeah, it has a very good spot there. They're very clean, they're very nice, they taste good. I bought keke from there. So I took it all to the hotel and then I ate it. Oh my god. I still have videos of that on my phone. I don't want to make myself go hungry. So I don't really look at those pictures. It brings good memories to me. It was beautiful. It was tasty. I love to see the beach was clean. Like, that's the contrast to one of the beach. The beach I was at in I think was it Porto or Lisbon? The first sea we visited was I think Porto. I think Porto. The Porto, yeah, the sea in Porto. I think that particular location had a lot of seaweed, and I couldn't just connect with it. I couldn't even put my feet in the water like that because I didn't want seaweed type touching my skin or anything like that. But the beach in Ghana was so clean. It was so white, so beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It reminded me of Lagos Beach, and that's what I wanted to experience. Because I knew I wasn't going to experience the beach in Lagos. I was flying straight to the countryside, so I knew I wasn't going to spend that much time in Lagos anyway. So I really wanted to soak up all the experience that I could connect with in Ghana. And we went to the castle, Emilia Castle. Turns out Portugal has a large impact on slavery. Like, they were really heavily involved in slavery and they have managed to erase their name from it. That rubbed me off some kind of way because your girl is Team Portugal. But going to the Eminal Castle and listening about the history, there's even a place called Portuguese Church. Listening to about the history about how slave trade was perpetrated in the 1800s and 1900s, and how Portugal heavily was involved. And we even went in through all the slave trade in the castle, the places slaves used to stay waiting for the ship to take them off to the, through the sea to Europe. It was really sad, I must say, but it was good to have that kind of knowledge about history. It was a good experience. Now let's talk about the nightlife I planned. My people, never again will I follow an influencer's review on YouTube. First of all, the restaurants these influencers recommend are very expensive. Number two, because they're influencers, they give them VIP treatment more than the regular customers. So when they are speaking, you think you are going to get that same experience like they did. My dear, no, the higher chances that you'll be disappointed is very, very high. So I follow Dima Ome, right? She's like an OG on YouTube. She spoke about this place, Brazil. I have to tell you, there was this song, live band she was dancing to in Brazil. I used to replay that clip from our vlog, and I'm like, if I don't go to Brazil in Ghana, my holiday is not complete. My people, I went to Brazil, but the disappointment that followed after all the money we paid, hey, it's not to be spoken of again after this podcast. So my friend and I ordered steak. Yeah, the steak came cold, like it was just taught somewhere in the kitchen just to be served. It wasn't fresh. Then the site, we had to pay for sites. Like, and my friend is a traveler, so she was like, when she travels, this is not how steaks is served. I'm like, wait, what is going on? And the reason why we didn't really catch it was because when they served the starters, oh my god, the starters was mad as dope. So much more that you would be so relaxed, we let our guard down. Like, if the starters can be this good, then the main dish will be all over the top. If you get what I mean. So we let our guard down. We had lovely starters. I did. I'm not sure if my friend did. Having what I ordered was like something we made from plantains and stuff. I'd missed that. I think she ordered something with meatballs and she wasn't understanding why it was coming out the way it was coming. It was there that we the problem started. So when the steak came, me, I was just, vibing to the song and taking pictures that I didn't really take note. So we asked for the site, and they said the site was extra, I think, 30 pennies or something like that, 30 CDs or something like that. And yeah, so my friend was like, she travels where she buys steaks, sites come with it and stuff. So the manager came, was like, well, she was Lebanese. She said, oh my God, that she didn't know that the owners of this place are Lebanese, that if she knew, she wouldn't tell us to come. I was like, I didn't know. She was like, what? Lebanese store restaurants are very ridiculously expensive. I'm like, girl, I didn't know either. I just saw the recommendation on YouTube and all. I'm like, we have to come here. But to be fair, we took really lovely pictures. I'm not gonna lie, pictures in Brazil came out dope, dope. Like the ambience is like crazy, crazy on the good vibe. And yeah, so um we paid like almost 600 CDs. Can you imagine for a meal that we didn't enjoy? What's like, make it make sense? Yeah, and we ordered. I even booked. I made a reservation and even told them I wanted a cheesecake, like a small size of cheesecake, because I wanted to celebrate an anniversary. Turns out they didn't have that either. Okay, no, they did, but after paying all that for something we didn't enjoy, I said, "Don't worry about the cake. Like, I don't want any more disappointments. Let's just go back to our hotel." So we did. I think our hotel was having like a night band in the evening as well. So we just, chilled at that in the evening as well. And yeah, next Saturday morning we were supposed to fly in the afternoon. Um my friend's colleagues, Ghana team, drove us to the Ikeja City Mall, where we bought some groceries at the mall. We even watched the movie before one. Can you imagine? We still had enough time to catch a movie. My friend was not interested in the movie. She was like, "Yeah, this is yeah." I loved the actor, but the movie was not moving in. If that makes any sense. But it was overall a fun experience. Shopped. I didn't even just you shopped here, shopped. Hey, I forgot one experience. We went to Abu Vera. Abu Vera was where Neoma, she's an African American YouTuber, visited, and I was like, I would love to go to Abu Vera. Abu Vera experience was also interesting. We drove down. It was like an hour, 2 hours drive from Accra. So yeah, it was nice. So we were in Accra. We went to Emila Castle in Cape Coast, and then went to Abu Vera. Wonderful experience. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful experience. Will I go again? Definitely yes. Yes, 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 I will. But I will not be visiting Brazil anymore. But every other place that we went to, I enjoyed the experience. We went to the African market also. I got this lovely necklace that has this pendant of Africa and love together, meshed together. And that I think that's the piece of Ghana that is with me. Like it shows like you love Africa, and it was beautiful. I was able to get uh some blended flour for my parents to make like swallow. So it's a mix of azul nuts and oats. It's good for the elderly people. It makes digestion easy, very nutritious and all. I was able to carry that for them. I was able to take a few things back here for my sister and a few people. Overall, I really did enjoy my experience in Ghana. I would definitely. There were some things I wanted to buy, and the driver I assigned to us was like, "Oh, why don't you want to?" I said, "I'm still gonna come back. Don't worry, I'm gonna come back." There's some pictures I couldn't take at the Black Excellence center. I think all in all, I loved Ghana trip. I loved Ghana. I still love Ghana. Like that's a place in my heart, and yeah, that's it about the whole Ghana trip. Have you been to Ghana? Tell us on our social media platform. Notes from my journal with Faye on Instagram. Drop a message, let's have this conversation rolling. But I know that we can't end this year without talking about it. So yeah, that's why I brought it up, and I hope you do enjoy it, like I did talking about it. What should we talk about again? Hey, wait a minute! I've been to the UK. I've not spoken about London. Yes, that will be, maybe that will be coming up soon. Keep listening, enjoy the pod, and wish you all the best this month of December as we ease into it, and then as the new year comes in. Until the next one. Bye.